All right, guys. Well, we're here to watch. Uh, we're doing this little thing here. We're testing out the system, make sure all my shit's gonna work out for these live reacts. Unfortunately, we can't live stream them, but we can still record. Hopefully, knocking on wood on that one. Our reactions to them. But hopefully, we're just testing out OBS, testing all the systems out, make sure we see what computer can do, all that fun jazz. So last week we tried recording Nintendo Direct 2014 from E3, and we did that, but unfortunately everything got fucked up and lost. We did the as a little short test stream. We did the Pokemon X and Y reveal Direct from 2013, and I asked Gables, hey, I picked out the last one here. Tell me what you want to watch. I'm like, I'm sure he'll probably pick something fun, probably a Nintendo one. There's so many good directs, or like we were specifically E3. There's so many good ones. Maybe he'll pick like PlayStation 2015, where they announced everything, all our dreams came true. Maybe there'll be a really great, like maybe it's E3 2017 for Nintendo. No, Gables immediately, the fastest he's ever responded to me, Mr. Caffeine. And
it was the first thought that dropped onto my mind. It's like, let's watch the one with Mr. Caffeine. And
so then, yeah,
I love the reply that Tyler had initially to where it's like, God damn it.
That was the first. There was more expletives in it, but they were too personal and offensive, so I deleted those. And God damn it was what I came up with. So yeah, Gables picked this one, and it's an hour and 16 goddamn minutes, Gables. Yeah, we're doing this. This is what's happening. Yeah, buckle up, guys, because it's gonna be a miserable time. We did skip there's like a more beginning montage. We skipped that, so we were at a minute 25 starting this one. I literally I looked this up, Gables. This is the only video on all of YouTube of this press conference where it's not broken up into like best moments or split up into like this part of it, or this, like there's this trailer from this part of it. This is the only full video.
This is like 11 years ago. I'm fairly surprised with that. Yeah,
so I mean, you could find some. Yeah, I don't. That's how bad it is. So hopefully everything works in this video. I don't know. Seemed like I scrubbed through a little bit. Seemed like everything's fine on it, but let's just fucking get into it, Gables, because it's gonna be a long one here. So people don't know about Mr. Caffeine. He's one of the worst presenters in the history of everything. He's supposed to, yeah. Anyways, Gables, you ready to start this one?
Yep.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hello, everyone.
Fuck you.
I'm very happy to be with you today, and I welcome you to this theater. When I created this company,
you piece of shit.
Our first motivation was to work with great people and have fun. 25 years later, we've been able to ship more than 500 million games.
It's the 25th anniversary of Ubisoft.
Millions.
What a way to celebrate!
Not bad for a company
I know, right?
which first product had no arms and no legs. So I want to thank all of you for your support over the years.
I tossed you down the stairs.
Should have stopped here. Actually, this was right before they got good. So
industry than gaming. And there is no better time to be in
I'm gonna grab one beer for this.
Than right now.
Okay, that's fine.
So I look forward to creating the next 25 years of entertainment with all of you.
And forced clapping.
So now I'm very happy to welcome a creator you all know. He has been with us from the beginning, the creator of the original Rayman, here to tell you about his new game, Rayman Origin. Michel?
This game was actually incredible. Holy shit, here we go. It was
incredible. I have the art book of the Wii version.
Jeez, what a fucking nerd.
Hello, everyone.
That's back when I actually pre-ordered games.
Hey, that's a chance. We could try to play Shakespeare. Tell me, Eve, after
Mr. Caffeine's not even here yet, Gables.
You be or not you be?
UB for sure.
Thank you. Good luck.
Mr. Caffeine's not here yet. And it's already this bad.
Mm.
This is awful.
Who
This
said
is the
that
creator
video
of
games was
Rayman.
not
It's quoting
cultural?
Shakespeare.
We know Shakespeare. We know. I'd love to, first of all, before
still
this
Ansel,
presentation,
though.
I'd love to have David
Great game
Vincent,
creator.
our key
I
programmer,
mean, no doubt
going on
about
the
that.
set.
Yeah, but maybe. Hopefully we never saw him again after this.
Oh god.
He's going to install the demonstration. Rayman Origins
Install the
is for me
demonstration.
a very important project.
You think that they would have had it already installed before he...
Well,
It's a
obviously
way to
they're
revive
playing this
my
on a
first,
PS3.
Loved in
Oh my
in
god,
gaming.
dude.
You know, intense arcade
Oh god,
gameplay.
dude, that's right.
On-drone graphics.
This came out on the 3 platforms at the time.
So
Yeah,
this
it was-
demonstration
Legends was
is
the
just here
Wii
to
U
show
one,
you
right?
how we
Yep,
can
and it was exclusive on Wii U for a
relive
time.
those,
Yeah, and then like,
feelings
well,
with
it's supposed
the
to be
new
permanently, and they're like,
console, the console
yeah,
of today.
no.
So let's start.
Also, Zombie
Uh-huh.
U
The demo
also
is
coming
quite
to other
hard
consoles.
to play, so don't hesitate to encourage us because we need this. We are like that.
Oh, such a fun game this one was.
So I'm gonna play Rayman. Woo!
Hello,
You'll be the blue thing. Glowbox.
Hopefully it comes out
You
this
can
year.
start by a small acrobatic. That's okay. Wow, we did it.
That's a cool effect there. Man, this is right when Ubisoft, though, like, as bad as this press conference is memorable for, this
Yeah.
was like when Ubisoft really got fucking awesome.
Yeah, you know, that was the precursor from one I would actually think is one of their golden age periods for this company, which was the introduction, late gen for the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii stuff, and then going into the generation after that, you know.
Yeah.
That's
well,
when
it's
they
like,
started getting some good stuff.
well, we had
Who's
like
the best?
we had the UB art games like this. We
Yep.
had the Raymans. We
The
had
blue
Child
thing
of
was a
Light,
bit,
Valiant Hearts. Assassin's Creed was still awesome.
Assassin's Creed, yeah, there was some
People
good
weren't
games
sick of
in
it yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true. Hey!
That's right. They own the license to Tetris.
Oh, man. It's hilarious. I kind of forgot they did.
Yeah, remember they put out like somehow they put out a bad Tetris game, which I don't know how was possible. It's fucking Tetris.
It had to do something with like constantly connected online, I think, at the time.
I can't. Yeah, it was a few years back. But yeah, I remember everybody was pissed about it.
I remember that too, man. I mean, at the time, we're like, how do you mess up a Tetris game?
Right.
It's Tetris. You put the game on the device, and you don't
You
fuck it
literally-
up.
You
You
just
found a way to
make
fuck it up.
Go
Oh, they
first,
did it.
go
We
first.
did get the awesome. They had that awesome VR Tetris game, so I guess they
Yeah.
kind of redeemed it a
Yeah,
little
you got
bit.
it.
but-
Woo.
God damn, the visual style right there, the hot pepper just is getting whacked or something like that, falling into the
This one
nacho
is difficult.
cheese.
That's so cool,
Oh fuck, give me a remaster of this.
right? I remember when I was playing Rayman Legends on PS4.
Yeah.
That's when my parents came over and they brought me Louis for the first time. Surprised me with Louis.
Aw, yeah.
And I was in the middle of a level. I died because I was crying so much with my dog. So I'll always remember Rayman positively
Something
because
is
of that.
coming.
Well, yeah. Well, obviously so, man. I mean, I'd rather have a positive experience with the game than a lot of negative stuff.
Yeah, yeah, very true. I will say though, I'm glad this era of like press conferences is over.
I am
With
too.
like long live demos, lots of talking.
Yeah, that was something from E3 I will not miss.
Yeah,
Because even though there were some fun games that were introduced with this method, it was so long and drawn out, and people absolutely got bored as shit watching
yeah.
them.
And Ubisoft was the worst offender. I remember one.
Sometimes it's cool to
Yeah.
I say it was like
understand,
2016 or
especially
17. They had
when
like
you
a
were kind of
2.5 hour
dead.
long press conference.
But
Yeah.
at
And
the
it
same
was
time, I want to thank
Like,
you.
we're gonna come out, we're gonna talk about the game, then we're gonna show you the game, we're gonna do a live demo of the game, there's gonna be a trailer of the game, then we're gonna sit down and talk on this couch for
Okay, okay.
10 minutes about what we just saw. Hey, man, this could have been an email, guys. God, man, what the fuck, Ubisoft? Bring back UB art.
Okay, okay.
Please. I beg of thee.
Only virtual.
Well, honestly, we did get 2 great Rayman games out of this.
We could have had more, Gables.
Yeah, we could have had more. It would have been a lot more entertaining than Skull and Crossbones.
Oh, Skull and Bones? Yeah, right.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, which they literally have to put out so they don't have to pay back Taiwan.
Yeah.
It's like, well, either we just put this piece of shit out or we lose hundreds of millions of dollars. so we're going to put this game out, and more than likely they're going to lay everybody off.
Oh my god, no wonder why they're selling their company.
Right?
Oh my gosh. It's kind of crazy they actually worked in like a shoot 'em up level instead of this game, and it made it look so crazy looking.
Pretty sure this is a level in Cuphead.
Honestly, there's a lot of like shmup references inside of like, Cuphead, especially for some of the bosses.
Yeah.
The one was like a moon. You know, I think the good thing about this, though, is like, I remember watching this, and I honestly do not remember watching this simultaneously.
Yeah. I don't think I ever actually watched it. I just seen the clips years ago of it, like when it happened. And people talk about how bad it was,
Yeah.
and like listen to podcasts, people that were there for this live.
What the? That's the theater.
Now, you
We're
see,
back.
up until this point, you know, it's like,
Not Shakespeare anymore.
well, one fuck he's Gamo, but at the same
He's
point,
doing
this
crazy. My
this
hair
is
like
a
that.
great moment right here,
Mm-hmm.
because showcases Rayman origins at the time. Fantastic concept, fantastic looking
This
level
is
design,
just,
ended up becoming a
simple
fantastic
part of
game
the
across the
game.
3
Mhm.
platforms.
Different environments, but you'll be able to play four-player co-op in the booth with other levels in the jungle.
Look at they got
and,
360
different
controllers.
environments. So please come and visit us. We'll be there.
Wired.
It's
He's
time
gotta
to finish
connect.
with that chest. Just let's look what's inside.
Gables, this was the same year that they announced that they revealed the Kinect.
Thanks.
Yes, it was.
Skittles. I got to watch that next. God, I remember watching that one live because I remember it was on Spike TV, and I was so excited. I think it was like the first one ever, and it was trash. I was so fucking. I remember I took the day off of work to watch it,
Oh my gosh.
and I was. Oh God, here we go.
And here comes the
Welcome, everybody. I'm so
buzzkill.
excited to be here. My name is Aaron Preisman. And for the
Needs
last
some
8 years,
Coke.
I've been Ubisoft's very own Mr. Caffeine, cruising around the world and teaching people just how badass Ubisoft games are. And now I'm here at the 25-year anniversary. This is such an epic moment, but really,
I'm just
to
snorting a
really
line of
take
Coke.
in how much time 25 years is, let's go back in time, shall we? Doodle, 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 to a time when people heard the word Ubisoft for the very first time.
Let's get people having a
You know,
seizure.
back then, movies looked like this.
Well, there's a
Thank you.
current
Hey.
reference here.
Like
Top
This is
Gun.
actually a really good current.
Computing looked like this.
And my BM
And
looked like
Charlie
this.
Sheen looked like this. That's pre-Tiger Blood right there. Now, what about gaming innovation?
I'm thinking
Who
this guy already has
remembers
some Tiger Blood.
this? And this. And this. You see, the world of technology has changed a lot since 1986, and so
Can I change the
has
channel?
gaming. Today, 97% of young people play video games. 40% of them are women, and 89% of them are smoking hot. I know this. I've investigated. Now, this has made a whole
investigated
new
at the bottom of a
group
locker
of
room.
pickup lines available. I'm
Inside
sure
of
you
a
guys know,
gymnasium.
like, hey, want to come over and play my Wii?
Well,
We
that
should
didn't age
connect.
well.
And thanks to the Sony Move, here, hold my Joy Wand. Yes, I'm not afraid of a few dick jokes, thank you.
Notice how everyone's silent
Now
when you made
today,
those jokes.
Gaming is adventure. Gaming is sharing. And gaming
Oh.
is life. After 25 years of entertainment, Ubisoft is so proud, so honored, so excited to be on the forefront of this awesome industry.
Gables, when was
that
the last
we
time I called
love
you the
so
C word?
much. So, let's get into it right now. Let's talk about gaming is adventure. Because a great game starts with an incredible adventure. that's got to take place in a beautiful world with an immersive storyline that's inhabited by rich characters that takes you, the gamer, to the limits of your imagination. Now we're talking about high-definition brands that are going to let you be
high
a
definition.
badass, a hero, a detective, a star, or maybe somebody in here would like to channel your own inner Steve McQueen and go screaming through the streets of San Francisco in a vintage Shelby.
How old do you think these people are?
Although,
You just did a whole speech about how these people are young.
He's
literally advertising to people his own age.
He did it again, Gables. He did the Wayne's World thing again.
The dude is literally appealing towards his own demographic while trying to simultaneously do it to young people.
Yeah.
The ones that are not even going to get any type of fucking references that he's trying to do. Like,
this was 11 years ago. What the fuck is this game?
that's a good question.
Is this that was this the MMO game? That was like, it lasted like APB? No, it's not. I don't think that was him.
That's the retro version, but now let's look at right now, this year. We want to welcome back this 14 million selling iconic open world driving franchise with Driver San Francisco.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Right back to the root of
that
the brand.
was
Incredible
This was the
handling,
introduction for
terrifying
Driver
car chase
San
action,
Francisco.
and a game-changing twist. Undercover cop John Tanner
the
pursues
fucking
his
cop that
arch-rival
could
Jericho
inhabit
as they
people's
sprint
bodies.
through this huge and living city that we call
Well,
San
I'm driving in an
Francisco.
ambulance?
Jesus Christ. I totally forgot about this franchise.
I remember Greg Miller talking about this game, though, and just loving some bits of this game because of how stupid and bizarre it was.
I want to Reflection Studios. All right, let's figure out what happened there.
Oh, they're closed.
Yeah. Oh.
And zero chance of rain. And now the traffic report. Downtown San Francisco is the place to drive this morning. Light traffic and no reported accidents.
Gables, would you be surprised to know they're still open?
They are, huh? What are they doing now?
Some reports of vehicle congestion in Hunters Point and the surrounding district.
So, Just Dance 3, 4, 2014, Watch Dogs, Just Dance 15, The Crew, Grow Home,
Really? Okay.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Grow Up, The Division. They're a support studio.
Okay, so after this release, they pretty much became a support studio. With
They pretty much
Ubisoft.
They have pretty much been a support studio in every game that Ubisoft has put out.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, like all the Just Dances, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Watch Dogs 1 and 2, your favorite game of all time, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Division 2, Watch Dogs Legion, and Starlink.
Damn. So this studio was responsible for helping a plethora of games for Ubisoft, but one of their key credits is this game, Driver San Francisco.
I think this was like their last. It looks like this was like their last game they did like on their own.
Wow.
Usually fast flowing in both directions. So have a great day, San Francisco. And
I like how this is just mostly cutscenes.
I mean,
It's the proof of concept.
it's my pet peeve of these things where people freak out about these things when there's no gameplay. You play! Yeah!
All right, well, with a massive scope and an endless number of missions and the most groundbreaking multiplayer ever seen on a driving game, this title is going to let you play for hours and hours, and still you're going to be able to find something new. San Francisco will definitely deserve its reputation as the ideal playground for car chase action. So come by the booth and try out the single player.
I'm so
Will
glad
you be
that-
there?
Come by the
Because
I'm
I
so-
will
try
not.
out this new
Dude, I am so
groundbreaking
glad that
multiplayer.
Forza
You can come by
Horizons
the
is a
booth and check
thing.
out Tanner's own 1970 Dodge Challenger. You can sit behind that. So I'll see you at the booth for Driver San Francisco. With that being said, yeah, I'll take a smattering of applause. I'm a cheap date. I'll take any applause I can drum up.
Okay, that's not something you
Now,
should
our
be
next
touting.
adventure is about as far from the hills and the streets of San Francisco as you can get. Now, to tell us about it, please welcome from Ubisoft Montreal, our very own Dan Hay and Jamie Keane, everybody!
I thought he was gonna say Jamie Kennedy, and I was gonna walk the fuck out.
Hi everyone, my name is Dan Hay.
Which one was
Ubisoft
he at?
Montreal.
What was Jamie Kennedy
you,
at?
Oh my
Jason,
god.
Was that
your
Activision?
girlfriend's missing.
I think that was
Both been
Activision.
destroyed.
Let me look it up.
You're
I
trapped
remember the
on a
one with Jamie
mysterious island
Kennedy
with
was
a dark secret,
extremely horrible.
and everyone on it
2007 Activision.
is crazy.
Oh God,
Good
yeah,
luck.
that one was terrible.
You're gonna need it.
What did he just say?
I don't know.
He's something. We're gonna need it. We should probably listen to this. I just don't really want to listen to that guy talk. What the fuck is this game?
I think that's Far Cry.
Uncharted? Oh, is it Far Cry 3? Holy shit, is it Far Cry 3?
I wonder if it is. Oh, dude.
Oh, it is. It
It's
is.
Far Cry 3.
Who would have thought? This game, man, what a shock this game. Like, we're still feeling the effects of this game 11 years later.
That's very true. And at the same point at the time when this was announced, Far Cry 2 was like a step down from the original.
Like, you
on
get malaria
PC.
and your guns broke.
Yep.
I remember the worst... Go ahead, sorry.
Well, yeah, like you were just pointing through and stuff like that. It had a lot of faults, Far Cry 2, and then when this game was revealed,
doing the exact
it was jarring, to say the least.
thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
Like,
That is crazy.
Like, they changed the voice actor and they changed that scene.
I don't know. I thought
Yeah,
were
they have.
me, so boom, I shot him. The thing is, okay, he was right. And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked. Everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks. Everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing, over and over and over and over and over again, thinking, this time it's going to be different. No, please. This time it's going to be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at me. Okay? You have a fucking problem in your head. Do you think I'm bullshitting you? Do you think I'm lying? Fuck you! Okay? Fuck you! It's okay, man.
I just love how insane this dude is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill. The thing
Boss.
is...
Yep,
alright,
boss.
The thing is, I killed you once already. And it's not like I am fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
God, remember when like the kid from like Far Cry 6, they were thinking that this was the boss?
Well, because he said he came back to do voice acting, and
Yeah.
come to find out it's for the DLC. Far Cry 6.
God, that was such a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Because people thought the kid was like a past version of Boss.
Yeah. And they immediately had to come out, like, everybody's excited. Like, no, it's not. Oh, okay, well, never mind.
Now nobody talks about Far Cry 6.
I mean, it's just one of those games that just sells incredibly well and people love it, but we're just not in that circle.
I believe, yeah, man, it's like Far Cry 3, when this thing was unveiled, everybody was talking about it online, at shops and stuff like that, friends, word of mouth. When I was in college during this time, people, my classmates were talking about it. It was a huge deal, because it's like, you had this scene, then you have the antagonist, boss, and stuff, and all the crazy shit that he goes through.
I mean, it's wild. Like, I mean, Assassin's Creed and Far Cry 3 totally changed, like, the last generation or 10 years of gaming. Like, obviously we've taken steps, forward since then, but this was, yeah, I mean, people copied this game for literally years. People still copy this game.
That's the thing. Games that Ubisoft did make from this time period were, even including Ubisoft themselves, copy and paste for the entirety of the console generation.
You're right. They've been copying this game for you. Ubisoft's copied this game more than anybody.
Exactly. That's why it's called the Ubisoft effect, where they pretty much recycle the same structure of games over and over again, just have different plots in different locations.
Yeah, I mean, we coined the phrase map game because of this game. I mean, the worst thing that ever happened in this game was it came out in like mid-December.
Yep.
So, like, by that point, like, basically the entire like gaming industry, like the last, like, basically once Thanksgiving hits,
Yeah.
like they all just like go on vacation essentially.
Yep.
So this game came out, totally missed like that, like giving out Game of the Year awards for like, this was still like, obviously like magazines were still really important back then. The like article, like the Game of the Year stuff like that was still, like, it's still important now, but I think it was way more important. Like podcasts weren't as big as they were. YouTube wasn't as big as it was. But
That's right.
I remember hearing the story about Greg Miller talk about. He's talked about multiple times where they went like the guy that reviewed this game for IGN like raved about this game. He's like, when you go on your break, you need to play this game. And everybody's like, oh, we'll get around to it. We'll get around to it. So when they came back for Game of the Year deliberations, he was the only person that played it. And then a couple months later, like everybody in the office ended up playing it, and we're like, we fucked up.
Oh yes, that time period, dude.
I mean, it probably wasn't still Game of the Year, because I think this was like Uncharted 3 came out that year.
Yep.
A few other big games came out. I'm sure, I can't remember. Like 2011's a weird year. I can't remember a lot from that year.
Oh, that's right. This is 2011, so this is right before the Wii U launched.
Yeah.
This is right during that end of that whole cycle. This is like the last couple of years before the reveals of PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, this was fire. This reveal, and it was during one of the worst press conferences of the year.
Yeah. It's like, unfortunately, I think there's some actually, if I remember correctly, there's some pretty big games that get showed off here, but it's just completely overblown by Mr. Caffeine.
Just imagine if this game, Far Cry 3, were to have released, say, like in October or November.
Yeah. Yeah. Or they would
it would have been a Game of the Year thing, hands down, in my honest opinion.
Or if they would have just pushed it to freaking like January.
Yep.
Obviously, gaming was different back then, and games in January didn't sell, but.
Of insanity.
2012.
So that was over a year and a half later. This came out. So 20.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of Far Cry 3.
Fuck,
The
man! Now I just want
surprise of the
to
show.
play the remaster.
Come check us out at the booth.
I do too now.
I'll be at the booth.
Thanks,
I'll
guys.
I'll go to the booth for this.
Well,
God damn it!
I guess I now know where not to take the kids on vacation this year. Well,
Yeah,
now
the
here to
excitement's
announce
gone.
a new video game. I'd like to bring to the stage the president of Gearbox Software, the creators of Brothers in Arms games, Mr. Randy Pitchford.
Oh my
everybody!
God! Oh no! It's
Randy
getting
Pitchford.
worse. Randy Pitt. Does he have his fucking thumbstick with fucking child pornography on it?
Oh God, I don't know.
About sacrifice,
Hanging out medieval
about
time.
brotherhood, about fighting not merely for duty
game is he
or
gonna try
honor,
to-
but for the guy next to you behind the sandbags. Brothers in Arms games have been authentic recreations.
Is he gonna talk about
of
another
World War
Brothers in
II
Arms game?
battles. We intend to
Huh.
put you in the booth.
This is after Borderlands. Yeah, Borderlands was like 2008.
Each head to
Yeah.
Normandy, to the
Yeah,
front
the
lines
original
of the
Borderlands
Nazi
is
war machine.
2008,
That's
and I
what
think
the Brothers in
Borderlands
Arms franchise has
2
been all
didn't
about
release
since
until
the
like
beginning.
2010.
There were games we'd love to make.
Yeah.
and
So
games
it's
that
I think
we
Borderlands is
intend to
either
make
out
again,
or
but
coming out.
That's not what I'm here to
Yeah.
talk about today. Our partners
It
at
came out the year
Ubisoft
that Calvin
challenged
Johnson was
us
on the
to
cover
take
of
an
Madden.
entirely new approach to
That's
the World War II
2010.
shooter,
Was it
and we
2010?
agreed
So
to
yeah,
take
so
the
I
it's
think,
already
I think
out.
that was
So
2010.
this is an
Yeah, 'cause I
entirely
remember I bought 'em
new
at the same
take on
time.
war games. It's a new
Oh,
take on
God.
World War II. What I'm here to
God,
propose
rest in
today
peace, Calvin
is
Johnson's
a game
career.
about a very
Jesus.
special squad of soldiers. These guys
Such a great
are
player,
good
but
at
such
their
a
jobs.
terrible
They
fucking
love their
team.
jobs.
Poor
They're
guy.
in it for the thrill
Yeah.
of the fight, and they enjoy killing their enemies. These are soldiers whose favorite thing in the world is kicking Nazi ass. The story of this squad is incredible. It's legendary. It's the stuff
When
from
that
which
comes
tall
from Randy
tales are
Pitchford,
born.
it kind of makes me
Some of
cringe.
you will have
Yeah.
the opportunity
Just-
to
and
see
just
the
seeing
game
him
in action
makes me cringe.
yourselves. in
Just
days
seeing,
at the expo
just
to
seeing a
come.
lot of these guys,
But
a lot
for
of these
now,
figures, like
I'd like to introduce
more than
all
10
of you
years ago,
to
like
meet
Eastgummo or
the
Randy
Furious
Pitchford,
Four.
or even especially Mr. Caffeine. You're just kind of cringing inside, like, you know, these guys are gonna, like, how fucked up these guys did.
Yeah, they're still around,
Were.
and it's just like,
They're
man,
still around, and
the
people
more we
are like,
know
"Why the fuck
about
you
you,
still
the
around?"
yeah, the more we know about. I actually went back. I was like rewatching some of the last year's E3,
Yeah.
and I stumbled upon the Gearbox one.
Uh-huh.
Remember how bad that one was, where he just harassed Kevin Hart and the people in the movie studio for like 30 minutes?
God, yeah, that was so.
They didn't announce a single. The only game they announced was the Godfall PS4 edition.
Don't mess with Texas.
That was horrible.
That was
I'm
their big
glad.
announcement.
I'm so glad we're not at that point any longer where companies are forcing or being, well, not just being forced, but like think they have to just put out an E3 like presentation or something like that because they have to put out an E3 presentation.
Gables, we don't know yet. We haven't got the schedule for Summer Game Fest. So.
Oh God, I hope I don't. I hope we do not see anything like Brothers in Arms.
I don't
Furious
remember this.
4. I don't even remember this game.
No. Was this like an arcade game, like an Xbox Live arcade game?
Thank you.
I don't know.
Now this revisit of World War II was
we do
totally
not get
over the
horrible,
top. So now we're
like,
going to change
press
gears, maybe
conferences
do
and
something a
stuff
little
like
bit
some of
lighter,
the ones we got last year. I'll just say that.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
maybe
people
marriage hasn't
watching
had the
this,
best run
whenever you're
here in
watching it, we're
California
recording this
lately,
on
but
May
there's one
28th.
marriage that has survived
Yeah,
the years.
May
That's the
28th,
marriage between
2022.
gaming and Hollywood. It's a marriage that thrives thanks to great content and great partnerships. And once again, Ubisoft is thrilled to be working with some of the most talented people in the movie industry on our next film-inspired game.
Oh, shit.
So take a look, because I think you're going to recognize these guys.
Elijah Wood.
Paramount. Let me guess. Star Trek.
No. The fuck did Ubisoft make for them?
I first became aware of
Steven Spielberg.
Steven's fuck. Is this another one of those? Not Roblox. What's the fucking game?
It was in French.
The Wii game.
I understood the story Hergé was telling.
I remember visiting
At the blocks.
a friend of my mother's.
Peter
and it was the
Jackson?
first time I saw Tintin over the course of probably
Wait a minute.
12 years
Is this the
of
Prince of
growing
Persia
up,
movie?
I managed to collect every single Tintin book.
A video game
I don't
changes
think so.
constantly depending on the choices you make.
I don't know.
It has that exploration quality to it and that slightly unpredictability. You
what-
are literally entering the
what
world
fucking game
of
is
those
this? This is
characters.
like Tintin.
Working with Ubisoft has been terrific. So it was important to us to find a creative team.
Is this fucking?
that were absolutely
Did you? Where the fuck did you pull that from, Gables? Really?
We thought we'd let them show us a thing or two about how to design a game and how to honor a
Well,
great
that's the
artist
thing,
like
though,
Hergé.
man. It's like
face the world of
I
the
pulled
game
it
around
out
the film,
because
but it
the
allows
damn
you to
setting of it
expand
looks like
on
something out of
I
that
actually like the
show
times
and that
it
story,
takes you on new
that
adventures
comic
that are not even
series.
part of our film.
Okay.
To me, that's a
Because
really
that was set
great
like in the World War
companion
II sort of
for
like
movies.
settings as
The
well, Tyler.
Characters and
Oh.
environments are based on
Yeah,
the
look, Adventures of
digital
Tintin.
characters
Oh
that
my
we
God,
created
you're
for the
right.
film.
Oh, I
One of the
totally
keys
forgot.
to
Blanked this thing
the
even
Adventures
existed.
of Tintin is
I
the
think
fact
this
that
game ended up getting
they are
canceled.
cooperative adventures. The game has very much been built around that philosophy.
I'm gonna
Each
Google
character's
this.
got their
This is getting exciting.
abilities and
This is actually a pretty good one. Good
skills,
job, Gables.
that are unique to themselves.
Holy
and
crap,
you
dude.
use those
For one, I did not
abilities to further
recognize
the
this
game
coming
to
out.
the
I'm
other
actually
characters.
surprised I
So
realized
you'll
what
be
the
able
fuck
to
this is.
succeed
And
when
two,
you feel
this is
the
like a
time is
canceled
right
game.
to
This
jump
never
from
came
Tintin
out.
to, let's
I don't
say,
remember
Snowy,
this
or
at
even from
all.
Snowy to Haddock.
So often
Adventures
people
of
think video
Tintin: The
games as
Secret of
being
the
a solitary
Unicorn.
thing that you do, and that's not
Secret
the
of the
case at all. They
Unicorn.
can actually be a lot of fun for a family to play.
So did
and
this
that's
thing
very
actually
much
come
the-
out?
The way that we've approached this Tintin game.
I got to put on the glasses and
Looks
play
like
a
it
level,
did.
and that was
Really?
October
really
21st, 2011.
Really? I don't understand why I don't remember this.
Easy boy. Good dog. The unicorn.
Oh, was this based upon the motion picture?
This is the movie version of the game.
No
Of the
wonder
game version
why.
of the movie.
No wonder why I
Find
don't
that
remember.
parasite. Can't have gotten very far. Scoundrel! Imposter!
Gables, what do you think the Metacritic score in this one is?
My name is Tintin.
I want to say it's a 63.
I'm counting on you,
It's a 63.
What?
Yeah.
I just pulled it out of my ass.
Yeah.
We made it.
And I'm like, I mean, I came to that the conclusion because I'm looking at this. This looks like a stereotypical like action platformer.
Yeah.
It looks fairly generic in terms of visual presentations, and there's mostly set pieces or set top pieces, you know,
Yeah.
for cinematic players. And it's a license-based game, which I know theoretically do not do well in terms of game reviews.
The best thing about HD coming to gaming isn't the fact that games look better. It's the fact that it killed the video game versions of movies.
It's also
Yeah.
the 10th anniversary of the
Yeah,
acclaimed
really.
We'll
Tom
never get
Clancy's
another
Ghost
Transformer the movie to video
Recon
game.
brand. If there's any ghosts
God.
out there, although they're probably not supposed to say anything. There you go. Now, this is the brand where teams of elite special forces, using advanced weaponry and intelligence, drop into enemy compounds in the dead of night. They bust through walls and they take out some of the world's most wanted fugitives. You know,
Rainbow
shit that only
Six
happens in video
Vegas?
games, right? Although, I wonder how this might have looked 20 years ago.
Fucking I'm getting mad. I'm getting another beer. I'll be right back, Gables. I'm getting mad. I gotta keep drinking. What the fuck is this bullshit? God damn it.
It's XCOM. I think that is XCOM.
Is it an arcade version of XCOM? Or is it like a rip? Well, XCOM was already a thing, I think. Let me look up XCOM.
Maybe? I'm not sure at this point now. No.
I think it's a rip-off of XCOM.
Yeah.
What was even that?
Now let's
There's
take
another
a look
mock-up
at the
thing,
real
you know, how they did with
thing. Here to
Driver
tell us
San
about Tom
Francisco's
Clancy's
reveal.
Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Please help me welcome
Ghost Recon
Tommy
Future
Jacobs.
Soldier.
Oh,
God.
Was this the Kinect game? This is the Kinect game.
Kinect game.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is...
I remember Danny Pena, back in the time, played this game, and he was so fucking disappointed in it. That's what I remember for podcasts.
I remember listening to him on Sarcastic Gamer back in the day, and he was so excited about like Rainbow Six Vegas and Ghost Recon. What was it? Advanced Soldier, or the early 360 game.
Advanced Warfighter?
No, Warfighter was the Battlefield game.
Okay.
Oh no, Medal of Honor game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What was it? Ghost Recon. It's like the 360 launch game. You can't get all 1,000 achievement points anymore because you had one of the achievements was killing a developer on the game.
Yeah, not only that, but being #1 in the entirety of the online leaderboards.
Yeah, it'd be ranked #1.
That was such a terrible achievement.
You gotta love Ubisoft's dedication to just jumping on any brand new platform.
Yep.
And the fact that Ubisoft Plus has been available on Luna and Stadia for a year.
Yep.
And it's just now coming to the PlayStation and Xbox next month is fucking wild.
Oh man.
I'm gonna be fucking hammered before we even get to the goddamn podcast we gotta record after this.
Well, you know what? Yeah, granted, a lot of this presentation is pretty shit, but at the same time, just going through a lot of these games
This is pretty
like this,
exciting.
This is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, no, it's pretty incredible to see some of these games. Was this a Kinect only game or did it have Kinect features?
It had Kinect features.
Okay. I just remember it because of the Kinect.
I think there was voice commands, and I think you could like do the motion of going through and shooting with your gun and some shit.
Gables, I think next week maybe we should do the Xbox 2013.
All right, I'm game for that.
Maybe I don't know, like, not a problem. I don't know. We gotta figure out how we want to do this because like I don't want to do just bad ones, but I kind of want to I want to do some bad ones.
Dude, it's a great idea to go through and mix it up because we've gone through 2 in a row where it's like, okay, these were fine. Like
well, 24, the one we did last week is gone forever. It never came out. So.
Oh yeah.
We did it, but it didn't happen. So, yeah. But we definitely gotta go through some fun ones. Maybe we'll find a fun short one and then we'll watch the 360, the Xbox one.
We just admire the fact that they haven't zoomed in on 3 guys with monitors in their faces while playing while the game is going live.
But we can't see the game.
We can't see the game at all.
All the cool shit he just did, we couldn't see it.
Understood, Hunter. We'll scramble support. Get out of here now.
We can't stay here. They kill us all.
Get out of the way.
They kill us.
Go away. Now. Go.
Is this Resident Evil 5?
You know, you bring up a good point.
Man, now I just kind of want to go play Resident Evil 5.
Well, we both do have it on PS4.
Yeah, but we already did Resident Evil 6 together. I feel like after playing 6 together, if we play 5 together, it might kill the friendship, you know?
No, I don't think it would actually like go through and do that. I know you're joking about like it's like going through that extent, but it's like 5 is better than 6.
5 is better. Yeah, 5 is actually a 7 out of 7.5 game, maybe an 8. It's not a very good. It's not an awesome game. But it's definitely disappointing. But
I'm trying to think. Do they actually own Resident Evil 5 on the fucking PS4?
You might own it on Xbox.
I own it on Xbox. I know that.
Because I remember you played it with Jake.
I played it a little bit with Jake, but
Yeah.
I bought that bundle on Xbox and stuff for 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah,
And I
I'm
think
so
I
sorry.
only bought 4 and 6 on PS4 for some fucking reason.
Are we the part of the problem that we keep buying Resident Evil 6? Are we the problem? Because I think I bought that game like 3 times now.
Oh.
Agreed. Clear it out first, then secure the package.
Oh my gosh.
Air assets.
Oh, Gables, you want to know what game I bought today?
Oh, what'd you buy?
Metal Gear Rising.
What?
Yeah.
What prompted you to do this?
People have been playing it on Steam all of a sudden. It's like shot from like, I guess like, it went from like just a couple dozen people playing it on Steam to like 3,000 in the last month.
I think there's some meme going around with Metal Gear Rising, and I think people are really starting to
Yeah.
get back into that game. That's probably why.
And I never beat it, but I rented it and I had to take it back. I never beat it.
Dude.
And it was like $15 on Xbox. So.
Oh, might as well. I think I actually do got the game on Xbox. Let's see.
Is he camera? Jesus Christ.
I'm on my target. Mono marked. Target's lined up.
Contact, get ahead! Get ahead! Contact, get ahead! Bring it over!
Oh.
They're moving! Contact, wrong lock! I'm pinned down! Let's work on the ball! Hurry up! He's down! Taking fire!
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's fucking awesome.
I paid like $5 for this damn game like a couple years ago.
Nice.
Still got its instruction manual. And it's got a whole advertisement for like the Konami store.
Hey, I still get emails. I got an email from them today to buy the Silent Hill 2 skateboard. So.
Wow. Okay.
I get emails from all the time. It's really annoying.
I think
I've
it's
never
pretty
bought a
funny.
single thing from them.
I think it's pretty funny how it's like we're watching the combat of this. This pretty much just pretty generic as it goes.
This looks like a slightly like the graphically worse version of the games they put out now. Like,
yeah.
The Division. I mean, like I bet this game is probably fine. The only thing I remember, I thought this was like a Kinect only game in my mind. 11 years later, because I just remember the fact that it had Kinect capabilities.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, this is like definitely like you can tell this is this team is the same people that made the Division, so.
Yeah, absolutely. So they definitely learned quite a bit before like going into making like the Division and its sequel and stuff, and the overhauling of that Division 2 and eventually ended up having to do.
I think they're doing the Avatar game next. Oh no, they're not. I'm sorry. The engine they created though is being used for Avatar. I don't know who's making it. The Snowdrop engine. I just don't remember anything about this game. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Was it Future Soldier?
The only thing I can think of with this game, it was a colossal disappointment at the time because it didn't. Obviously, it was a step down from some of the Ghost Recon games that were previously released.
Mm.
And I know that it did have Kinect features of it, but they were really much like an afterthought.
Yeah. So it came out in May of 2012.
Yeah.
So that's a weird time for. Yeah, I mean, not awful. It's like a 7. It's a 79.
Yeah.
IGN gave it an 8.5. GameSpot gave it a 7.5. So it wasn't a bad game. It's just. Yeah. Yeah. It's just that it's like the worst version of like a 7 point. Like sometimes it was great 7.5s.
So thank
you know.
Right.
Thad, Alex,
But
John
it's
Mark.
just one of those like generic
Synchronized
7.5 that you're just gonna
the
forget
most
about.
refined cover-based
Yeah.
system out there. Augmented reality to gather game-changing intel, intuitive team coordination system, and an unprecedented range of weapon
Dude.
customization called Gunsmith.
I don't know why when I'm
That's
when I'm
Ghost
watching this
Recon
game,
Future
when I'm
Soldier.
watching this and
So
stuff,
you can
it
come
kind
by
of
the
reminds
booth,
me
you
of
can play
like
the co-op that you've seen
the
here,
Kinect game.
and for the
Steel
first time,
Battalion.
I'm very excited and proud
Yeah.
to announce that at the booth
Standing up,
you'll be able to
sitting
play
down,
our
standing
multiplayer
up,
in our
Game was
exclusive
awful.
mode Conflict. But there's more to Ghost Recon than just Ghost Recon Future Soldier. 10 years ago, Red Storm Entertainment
Still got 30 more
brought
minutes,
Ghost
Gables.
Recon to the
Oh my
PC
God, what else
and
could
built
they
a
have
huge
possibly
fan base.
announced inside of this damn
Now,
thing?
it's back on PC and better than ever.
It's back on
Developed by
should be.
Ubisoft Singapore, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Online is an awesome new experience that perfectly complements Ghost Recon Future
Online.
Soldier. And the best part of all, it's absolutely free.
If you buy it used, though, you get to pay us $10.
Hey, this was a free-to-play game? Jesus criminy. I do not remember this free-to-play game. This is before the major obsession now with free-to-play microtransaction games. Oh, look at that shield bashing action. No. Together, dominate.
Oh, yeah.
Just...
This just reminds me. For some reason, I look at this, I just think of Metal Gear Solid 4 Online.
No, they had like the shaky cam thing, like from Gears of War 2. If you noticed that, all the dude was running.
Ghost Recon Online. It's the most fun part
For the
about this is just looking up how bad these
multi-platform
games
Ghost
are.
Recon fans, we're preparing links and connections between both titles that will allow players to carry their achievements from one game to the other. So thank you for your time. Have a great E3 2011.
Well, the reviews came out. It was a 7 out of 10.
All right, give it up for the Ghosts. Yeah,
On Metacritic.
those boys have been busy. Now, what makes Ghost Recon Online a huge experience isn't the sheer
More than
adventure,
$1,000 in
but the
DLC for
shared
the game.
adventure. You and your
Oh,
buddies
God,
sharing
dude.
sharing the tension, sharing the emotion, the tactics,
Probably
and
most
the
of them
exhilaration
cosmetic.
of the experience to accomplish the mission.
They shut the
And
servers
of
down in
course,
2016.
Sharing the bragging rights in the eyes
Wow,
of all
that
your
the
friends.
game was on there for
More and more
5
of gaming
years.
It was probably
is
dead after like
sharing.
2 years, but it was just
Now, much of
online.
the time, it's the kind of sharing
Yeah,
that
but
compels
still, they kept it
us
on
to
for
send
like
pictures
5
to each other,
years.
like this. Yeah.
What?
And how about this picture of this karate studio? Okay. And this absolutely epic fail right here. Yikes. Yeah. It's because we want to share in the experience. We want to laugh together. We want to be there for each other.
No one's laughing.
And here to talk about a new experience.
Is this
that will
Triumph?
advance online gaming for a franchise that already has nearly 10 million fans on 5 continents. Help me welcome Anne Blondel-Juan and Adrienne Picher, everybody.
Mania Planet.
Thank you, Aaron.
It's gotta be some phone
Good
game or
afternoon,
something.
everyone. It is such a pleasure for Adrienne and me
Why
to be
do I have
here
a bad
today
feeling
with
about
you in
this?
Los Angeles.
Have you had a
And
good
to
feeling?
the 10 million Trackmania players.
No, the last good feeling was watching Far Cry 3.
Trackmania. It's
I want to
Trackmania.
say hello.
We're okay.
Bonsoir.
People actually like this game.
Ni hao, and thank you for having raised millions of tracks already. Today
You're
we're
welcome.
thrilled to introduce to all of you the first title of Mania Planet, our new great online adventure. It is called Trackmania 2, and it's for PC. It's an even bigger adventure. The
What's
game
kind of
is
interesting,
beyond
she's
fun, and our team has
she's
managed
kind of
to
dressed
pack it all
like
into a faster,
20, like
stronger,
almost like from a
and even
third,
more
like
open
almost the
gaming system.
1980s, because the shoulder pads.
I ain't gonna fuck with her.
Words like bliss,
Gables, I ain't
thrill,
gonna help. I ain't gonna follow up on
joy,
that one because she
and
might show up,
beauty
kick your ass.
are not always associated with racing games, but this is very different.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just
You,
incredibly
the
odd
player,
when you see
never
that.
played anything
Gables,
This is
you're-
2011.
If you want the shit kicked
Design
out of you
the
by her,
track.
you just keep
Share
going,
it
I guess,
with
bud.
your friends. Join the madness of online racing. In short, you can play the experience you want. Whether in a quick 5-minute break or for many hours training for a world record, it is online racing at its best.
Mhm.
Trackmania
It did sound like a phone game,
takes
didn't it?
what's good about Web 2.0
Parents
and
going
brings
PC
it
though.
into
Mm.
racing.
Huh.
Picture yourself.
These
playing
games
with
have an
your
audience,
friends
though. I mean,
down the
people
block.
love these
They do.
games.
With two
Jeff
Absolutely.
Gritzman,
other
I
players
remember a couple years
online
ago,
on a
this one
server
came out.
hosted
One of the
by
ones
your
came out like a couple
BFF
years
in
ago.
Brazil.
Yeah.
After
Yeah,
all,
didn't shut the fuck up
Trackmania
about it
2
for
is
months.
all
So.
about giving
Yep.
the power to you, the players, and you've shown us that you know how to use it.
Yeah, I could never really get
Let's
into
take a look at
Trackmania.
this trailer. From tracks to
It's just not for
cameras
me.
to editing. Everything has been made not by us, but by players, and it is in-game footage only. Let's watch.
Yeah, getting the core console, I'd rather watch what you're talking about.
I totally spaced out what she was saying.
I'm not gonna lie, the reveal of that damn logo almost had me marking out because it looked like it was gonna be like the Power Rangers intro. This is Trackmania. Oh man,
It's
dude.
like, fuck yeah, let's go, doggy dog.
Dude.
Oh.
Now I want a freaking like Megazord racer thing with fucking Power Rangers. Let's race some Zords.
Just give me a Streets of Rage 4, but in Power Ranger.
Yeah, honestly, how about the quality of Streets of Rage 4 as well, instead of like some sort of piss poor cow art
Fighting game.
shit. Because there was a fighting game, like I think it was on the PS4 that had Power Rangers,
Yeah, I remember that one.
but that was not good looking. As a matter of fact, I think it was one of the worst games of the year that year.
Did you ever watch the Power Ranger movie from like 6 years ago?
No, not that one.
I remember a buddy of mine loved that movie, but he didn't know anything about Power Rangers.
Thank you.
And I wanted to murder him.
Debut this September,
Oh, Jesus.
and we just can't wait for you to get online with us.
It's one of those moments, Tyler, where it's like I watched a lot of it as a kid, and all of a sudden the movie comes out. I'm like, I have no interest in watching this.
Yeah.
I saw the Megazord toys, the little Zords that were like the people fucking bought up and stuff, and the Megazord looked so freaking terrible.
Share,
I just,
organize, compete, or
what
even
a-
just watch.
I never watch it. It's just after I watched TMNT,
Yeah.
my heart was broken on any of those things being good anymore. So.
So now,
Well, yeah, man, it's like the Power Rangers movie, that was one thing, but
thank you
it's the
all
same feeling I kind of got
there,
when
and
Dragon
see
Ball
you
Evolution, that was a thing that came out,
Thank you very much.
and it was
Oh, yeah.
so fucking different than,
Thank you, ladies.
because here's the thing, it's like the same plague as some movie developers have,
Romania
with things like
Planet
that,
is one
like
kind of sharing enabled
Avatar,
by
like
gaming
Last
today.
Airbender,
But
and
of
stuff like
course,
that,
there
where
is
they never
another much
watch the
more
source
traditional
material,
kind of
just
sharing,
loosely
too.
based
Sharing
upon
with good
the
times,
source
with
material.
friends at home
Yeah.
and for parties. Looks like I'm going to be sharing the stage right about now. Now, it all started with the Wii, and now with the Kinect and Move. You might say it's
Move.
multiplying like rabbits.
God.
Wait a minute, rabbits. We at Ubisoft know something about rabbits, don't we? It's not the regular kind of rabbits. I'm talking about the
Mario
loud,
plus rabbits.
obnoxious,
Let's go.
slightly deranged, poop on your toothpaste kind. For the past 5 years,
kind of
we've
rabbits
managed to
do you
contain them on screen until today.
You
For the
speak from
first time, the
experience.
raving rabbits are making the jump to a new platform, the Kinect, in very unexpected ways.
Jesus
Here to
Christ.
talk about it, give me a round of applause for Antoine Henry, everybody.
Is the worst thing Nintendo ever did the Virtual Boy or giving Ubisoft the platform to make rabbits?
Thank you, Aaron. Hello, everyone. It is my great pleasure
I'll be
today
perfectly
to
honest with you, I think I'd
introduce to the
much
Raving Rabbits
rather
alive
be
and
playing the
kicking
Virtual Boy
on
than
Kinect.
watching this.
If you have ever felt a desire to
I'd rather
actually
get a
smash,
literal headache from playing.
God
Sorry
damn it,
about
it's
that.
Connect.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
bringing the rabbits on Kinect
This
is a
guy
great
definitely
challenge.
got
Don't you,
into
man?
Mr. Caffeine's stash.
Just go.
Fun fact. People use the
Sorry.
Kinect, and especially
Well,
the
now at least you
Xbox
get an
One,
idea of
to
what
do
it is
like
at work every day
ghost
dealing
hunts.
with this unpredictable creatures.
Netflix play
Oh,
next
some
episode,
more.
that's all
Get
we're
away.
Yeah.
Oh, help!
So they don't use it for gaming purposes anymore. They just use it for like utility things.
Get away!
Kick the bunnies!
Get away.
I didn't know this game ever did come out.
Whoa, as you can see, we use the augmented reality to bring the rabbits right in the middle of your living
I bought a
room.
fucking
But not
Kinect,
only do the
Gables.
rabbits get
It
real
was
like never
stupid.
before,
Dude.
we bring the
Fruit
party game
Ninja
on
was the only
Kinect
cool
to
thing
a
about
new
it.
level, with game that you can play
This
up to
dude
4
is like
players simultaneously.
a
You
jacket,
want a mayor?
like, and a guitar missing from playing inside a fucking
I'll demonstrate
System of a
that.
Down.
Let me invite
He's like, all I know how to,
Julian
or he
join
just
us.
shows up to a party. I only know how to play Wonderwall.
God.
And up we go.
Oh, good.
So this game is called Feel
This
the
was like
Shapes, and as
the
title
prequel to
cleverly
Just Dance.
implies, you have to
Oh
feel
my
the
God.
shapes. All right. We're not so good. Okay.
This was their sequel.
You're not even fucking
All
close.
right then. Nice one. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Next one is the UFO. All right. So you'll do the antennas.
The UFO.
The
I'll
UFO?
use this. Okay.
That's what he said. The UFO.
All right, come
I
on.
think
Not the UFO. It's called the UFO.
somehow Mr. Caffeine is not as annoying as I thought it'd be, and this is actually annoying me more.
That was ridiculous.
I hated this
Shouldn't
era.
have done that. Anyway, here comes the
I blame the Wii
Dracula.
for this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll do this. All right. Yeah. Okay.
This Dracula.
And here we go. Thank you, guys.
Jesus.
Thank you.
Why are you out of breath?
Well, these are not bad, aren't they?
Oh, you haven't done cardio.
Well,
and all
these
this week.
pictures taken in the game, you can actually share them with your friends on Facebook.
Oh, good.
I mean, spread the ridiculous.
Oh, good. Now that I know.
Good.
That's exactly
Well,
what I want to
that's
see
it
my
then. I
friends
hope you
look
like
at
what
me
you've
and think,
seen.
oh, he's
The
doing
game's
something
coming out
stupid like
November
this.
the 8th,
Like
and if you
Stop
want to try
sharing.
that for yourself, please come at Ubisoft Central Stage. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right, now we have talked about gaming as adventure and gaming as sharing. Now,
I need a
let's
drink.
talk about gaming as life. More precisely, the gamification of life. Now, this is an audience, you guys
It's
have been
vodka for
battle
people
tested by some of the
that
most
don't know.
difficult games on the market, so we at Ubisoft thought, how could we still invoke fear into the hearts and the minds of an E3 audience? I think I know the answer.
Another press conference
Dancing.
with you.
So if I came on out there and pulled
I
out some
spoke
of
too
you and
soon
forced you to
about
come
Just
up on
Dance.
stage to dance, that might scare a few of you. I see some fear in some of your eyes. Well, don't worry, we don't have to do that
Here
because
it
we at
is.
Ubisoft
11 years
already
later,
have
there's fear in my
millions of
eyes.
Converts. Although, I wish this could have all started when we all had a Commodore 64.
That joke Commodore 64 predates fucking Wayne's World.
It does. This looks like a screensaver.
We better not get copyrighted for this fucking. If I get copyrighted from Mr.
Thanks to the
Caffeine, I'll be
unstoppable
pissed.
force that is Just Dance, millions of people across the world
Just
have
Dance
done
3.
just that.
3.
And they're going to continue to do it
This
this
is
year.
before they started
with
putting years
Just
on it.
Dance 3.
Yep.
What was the Xbox one? Dance Central?
Yeah, but it was Dance Central.
Jesus
Jesus fuck.
Prince, oh my god!
Wait, that was Dominic Sue with who?
Prince Akimura. He's a quarterback.
Oh, that's right. When
Why is she talking to the PlayStation Move like it's a microphone?
I don't know. Maybe because people are weird like that. Fun fact. You go to your local. I went to my local Walmart and stuff, and I'm looking at PlayStation Move, like the VR shit, and they literally have that thing discounted like $9.
I bet.
And what's hilarious is they still have their supply like PlayStation VR headsets that are being unsold that are still selling for retail $300-something.
I bet. I believe that.
While they have like one PlayStation VR game, I think in stock. It's Batman VR. So quintessentially it's the glorified tech demo. But yeah, man, it's just so crazy that you have this game, Just Dance 3, and how not only how popular this game ended up becoming in this generation, but
All right,
how
thank you.
how much of like a freaking like
We know what Katy Perry looks like in her living room now.
what is the word I'm looking for?
Please
I'd
help me
as
welcome
welcome fairly
Ubisoft
soon.
Senior VP of Marketing Sales, Mr. Tony Key, everybody.
Yeah, Nintendo Wii to think.
Fuck the Wii.
Just Dance is a brand that came out of nowhere became a phenomenon. It
This
brought
guy
families,
was wearing a
friends
suit that's
together,
like 3 sizes too big.
dancing and laughter.
He looks like an NBA player circa
It was the
1999.
first video game experience
Yeah, look at
they've
his
ever
hands.
had. It changed lives and it changed
I
living
got
lives.
arthritis in my
Just
hands.
Dance is on its way to
I'm gonna
becoming
tell you guys
the
all
most
about it
successful party
because I
game
did it while
in
making
the
Just
history
Dance.
of this
Yeah.
industry.
Got carpal tunnel in both my
Just Dance
hands
3
from holding the
on all
PlayStation Move.
October
It's so
11th.
uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable,
Ubisoft has
especially
crafted
when I do
big
my
games
jazz hands.
that make
Jazz
our
hands.
lives more enjoyable. Another innovative example of this
No, man.
is Rocksmith.
Wait, who?
Oh,
We will offer everyone
Wait, who?
Rocksmith.
experience the opportunity
Aw.
to satisfy
Remember the
the inner
fucking
musician,
guitar game where
the one
they
that
you
lives
use a real
inside
guitar?
all of
My
us.
parents bought my sister this game
Play
years ago.
guitar.
Yeah.
And I
They
mean
bought her like
real
a real
guitar.
like $300,
Any guitar.
$400
No
guitar
buttons.
in this game, and I think she played like
Power.
twice.
By turning the hard
Dude.
work of learning guitar
Dude, I remember
into a game.
Rocksmith, and
Say
I
hello
remember it
to
for one
Rocksmith.
thing, and that was going into my local Walmart at the time and going into the men's section, and they had a full freaking Kazaic, a demo of Rocksmith, the guitar and stuff, wore the fucking men's shirts, and there was no one else inside the men's section, and here I am trying to play this shit.
By actually playing it. What I like about Rocksmith is that it doesn't actually
I mean,
require
it's a cool idea.
substitute. You are actually playing
Our
the
buddy
guitar.
Mike,
It's a really fun
all the
game,
douche
and it's a way
from
to
Talking
pick up
Shit,
an instrument, learn how to
he
play
actually
it on the
plays
actual
Rocksmith all the time.
I
He
can't
actually
play
learned how to play
guitar.
guitar. Like it works, but it's just like
yeah.
like
I'm not saying
yeah.
it's like a bad game, but at the same point, the popularity of this game really got sidelined because of how much Guitar Hero tanked after Activision
Yeah.
pushed shoved it into the ground.
Yeah. Then they try to bring it back a couple like 4 years after this.
Yes.
They brought like Guitar Hero Live and Rock Band 4.
They're still trying to do something with Rock Band, not Rock Band, God damn it.
You're gonna go to a friend's house.
Damn, there was like 3 things of this thing. Rocksmith, you had freaking Guitar Hero and Rock Band. It's like,
They had that cool like Guitar Hero Xbox Live Arcade game,
yeah.
but you just use I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a
Pedals are expensive.
it was like almost like Reds, but it was like Guitar Hero, and it was awesome.
Not only does it
But
show
you just use a
how to
controller
pick the
for it.
sound, but it
Dude,
also gives you the sound.
when I think of like Guitar Hero, Rock Band, and those stuff, I remember that the freaking DS had a Guitar Hero game, and it had that weird type of attachment you put inside the Game Boy Advance slot, and that was
remember-
such a weird
I
concept.
remember people like there was that one on Vita that people actually kind of liked. Or was
Oh,
it
yeah,
PSP?
yeah.
Is
Wait,
it
it was
PSP or
PSP.
Vita?
It was
Yeah.
PSP. I remember playing the demo of that, and I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I
You
remember
know,
people
it
like
was-
surprisingly thought it was actually kind of good.
Yeah, and then like they looked at the DS version, they saw the peripheral to it. It's like, well, it kind of is sort of like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
But no, the only time I remember of any generation of gaming and
I'm very
stuff
happy to
where
tell
I
you
was
that
so
the
sick and tired of
Rocksmith
getting
tour bus
peripherals
is
up
here
was
at
these
E3.
fucking the Rock Band and all these the guitars, the drums.
Dude, I was in it. I had all the Guitar Heroes. I had the Rock Bands. I had them.
If there's anything that
I didn't buy
I
Beatles
can,
though.
I can remember now is like I'm so happy I no longer get like all of those freaking accessories or peripherals. Because think of
Yeah.
it working in a thrift store setting, and all of a sudden people
Yeah.
donate a lot of that shit, and then your store shelves are flooded with that
I remember
shit.
that being that was a big story when like GameStops and game stores and pawn shops we're
They would
not
not take
taking
'em.
them. I remember being at a GameStop one time. People were pissed because they're trying to trade them in. It's like nobody wants these things.
I'm so glad when I got rid of my stuff, dude, because I literally only played it for so long and stuff like that. Like, I only played maybe an hour at most of Guitar Hero 2 and ended up getting motion sickness bad, and I'm like, fuck
Oh.
this.
I remember like I bought Rock Band 2, then I bought the disc versions of like Rock Band and like all the other rock. There's like Rock Band Green Day. I had the guitar. I had Guitar Hero. I had all those ones. And I remember I just like it was right before like it was completely over, and I put it on Craigslist and I just sold all of my shit to somebody for like $20, and I was just happy to get rid of it. I didn't even
Dude.
care. I would have paid somebody to take it.
Dude, you actually made bank on that thing, dude.
Yeah.
$20. That's actually quite an accomplishment. You got $20 for it.
I mean, I probably had like $250, $300 in investment in it, but it was just like just to get it out of the basement. Yeah, it was worth the money.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I would have paid someone $20 to take it. So What is this? Is this just a fucking fitness game?
Yeah, this is a
God, I
fitness game,
hate.
alright.
This was the worst era. Remember Wonder Book, Gables? On PS3
Oh my god.
with the PlayStation Move.
Yes, I do. I
God.
remember it because there was one copy of Wonder Book in that Walmart that I went to, and it never sold.
Yeah. This is.
literally got taken off the floor.
I remember like the end of like this generation and the beginning of like the PS4, Xbox One generation. Everybody thought the console gaming was done, and I blame this shit for it.
Oh my, yeah. Kind of like how some people, like some gamers believe that the end of this generation for PS5 and Xbox Series is going to be like the end of like sort of like gaming shit because of the whole microtransactions free-to-play shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
He did the do thing. Again.
Yeah. Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh, this is the Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. I heard these games were okay. Is this the PC? Is this the mobile runner game, or is this like the Assassin's Creed Adventures or something like that? They made like 5 of these, so I think they did okay. But I think they finally made like a Japan one that everybody wanted forever.
Yeah.
But they did one of these. So it looks like
that's the thing.
Is this Altair?
All the fans of like, Assassin's Creed
Revelations. This is the best, outside of Black Flag, the greatest Assassin's Creed ever. This game was awesome. Everybody hated it. Everybody fucking hated it because they thought Brotherhood was better. Brotherhood sucked ass. This game was incredible.
Oh yes, the wrap of Ezio.
It was the wrap of Ezio and Altair. You found out how Altair died.
Wow, a full house.
You want to know something that's really hilarious? I actually did have a book for Assassin's Creed Revelations that I bought off the newsstand of a Safeway, and I read most of it.
Jesus.
And now I've forgotten the exact.
This is kind of like the game though, where like the whole like modern day shit with like Desmond fell off a cliff though, because the whole thing was built around. Remember the apocalypse that was supposed to happen in December 2011?
Yeah.
The whole game was built around that. And then they're like, oh wait, what do we do? Black Flag. He works at Ubisoft.
Oh my god. The whole thing with Desmond was just such a waste of potential that could have been.
Yeah, I was actually like, people hated it at the time, but I was actually kind of on board. Yeah, but oh my god, this game was so fucking good. With fucking Ezio when he's older.
Yeah.
I remember like this fucking trailer. This is before like I think Assassin's Creed had a lot to do with me like getting pissed about these CG trailers because I used to fall for them every time, and these are the ones that finally broke me, and I understood. But I remember the Assassin's Creed 2 and this one were like they had the coolest fucking trailers.
Yep.
The games look so fucking gorgeous, and it's like this. Yeah, I remember this when he fights all the people and he climbs the mountain. Oh man, I watched this trailer, I don't know how many fucking times. I was so hyped for this fucking game. And he ends up finding, spoiler alert, he finds Altair's bones in this castle.
Huh.
I think he dies with them in here.
Yeah, I remember there was something happened with Altair, but
yeah, he died. Altair dies with the Garden of Eden in his hand, or the apple.
Oh, okay. So pretty much after he gets like the end of Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah, there's Altair. Yeah, because I believe they're actually because he's a descendant of Altair.
Yep. Yeah, the whole crazy thing about this thing being like the Apple of Eden was supposed to be like something in the beginning of humanity or some shit.
Yeah, I believe I think it was either Brotherhood or Revelations, where they literally took 2 chapters out of the game and they made them DLC.
Yep, Assassin's Creed 2, I remember that. It was Bonfire of the Vanity and like something else.
Yeah, they like took like chapter like I think there's like 13 chapters. They made like 9 and 10 DLC.
Yep.
They also remember.
Yeah, they did.
Prince of Persia. You had a.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Prince of Persia. You had to
Ubisoft
spend,
at that time.
yeah, it was like $5 if you wanted Prince of Persia. The ending was $5.
Yes, that was Ubisoft at that time. Literally locking the ends of games behind paid DLC, and people were not happy about
No.
that.
I remember the only reason I didn't buy them was because there was no achievements attached to it either. You guys couldn't even put a goddamn. They were like, I think they were like $3, but I was like, fuck off. And they were like totally pointless.
Now, if gamers, if game makers did that now, like say with a major release, say like a God of War Ragnarok, people would be fucking pissed as shit.
Yeah, no, that game, people, yeah.
This begins our E3 demo.
Let's fucking go, Gables. Man.
Oh, this is Revelations gameplay. Okay.
Game was so goddamn good. This is the beginning of the end of my love of Assassin's Creed.
Well, yeah, because at that time, you had like Assassin's Creed, which was a good game, and then like Assassin's Creed 2 blew it out of the water.
Phenomenal game, yeah. Brotherhood was
the trilogy.
Was better than 2, but I didn't. I have a hate for Brotherhood only because people bitch about Revelations and talk about how great Brotherhood is. It's like it makes me dislike Brotherhood more because people hate Revelations.
Yeah.
Because of Brotherhood, and I'm like, no, Revelations was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Is nothing I do a secret. Not to worry, brother. The captain of your ship is a friend.
Man, I wish they just do an old school fucking Assassin's Creed game. I get why they never would, but I wish they would.
And ordered a full blockade until you are caught. They raised the chain for me. We will celebrate later.
I mean, it's crazy. As a year later, we had Black Flag, which was amazing, but it was like amazing. The best parts about the game was the non-Assassin's Creed part. This was the last great Assassin's Creed game. Like that was Assassin's Creed. Black Flag was awesome.
Yep.
But it was what made it really awesome was all the non-Assassin's Creed stuff. And then like Unity obviously came out, and that was just completely broken and buggy.
I remember.
And that was when like the overwhelming map game shit started. And then there was Gables. I can never remember it, but you always remember it. What's the one with the brother and the sister? Syndicate. Thank you.
Yep.
That game was actually pretty good, but it was nowhere near the level of this. But
now, I remember at this time, I had skipped playing Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations because I wanted to wait for Assassin's Creed 3. And man...
Oh, I forgot about 3. That was trash. Yeah.
Yeah, 3, back when it released, it was being hyped up. I had the cover of Game Informer. I read that one and stuff. I was...
Oh,
okay,
yeah, no.
This is in America. This is in this and like the whole thing. And the first portion of that game, the first couple hours, you had to play someone completely different.
You play as a dad.
The father.
Yeah.
Of what was the guy's name? Connor.
Connor was the son.
Connor was the son.
Yeah, but I remember that. Yeah, like the first like 5 hours you play as a dad, and it was a tutorial, and then you played as Connor, and it was a tutorial. Like the first I remember they talked about like later on they because they knew a lot of people were gonna jump in because it was the next numbered one.
Yep.
And there was a lot more excitement for that one, so they kind of went a little too far in the new gamer route, and with all of the with making it oversimplifying it as far as like the tutorial shit.
Yeah, because you know what, Tyler, now that I think about it, back around this generation of gaming, there were multiple different AAA games that overdid it with tutorials in regards to some of their mainstay games, like Assassin's Creed. Let's see. Assassin's Creed 3 was definitely one of them. Final Fantasy 13, I would think, is another one that strikes heavily to mind, because the in-joke of that old game back then was, oh, this game took about 12 chapters of tutorial before it actually let you go into
you gotta play. That was everybody's argument. Play for 10 hours, and then that's when it opens up. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I really like. We say it jokingly, but like, yeah, like the Wii was like, so people were so big on trying to capture that Wii audience that the Kinect happened, and then like the Move happened, but also like they oversimplified shit because they thought they can capture that casual audience and turn it into like a hardcore audience, so they made it oversimplified shit, and it was just like,
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the effect it had on like the Wii game, like fucking, we talk about like Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess, like how the first like, I mean, 6-7 hours of the game are just fucking tutorials.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like with the latter half of this generation, some of the biggest games of it were not meant for like they were like franchises that we loved, and technically there's some great games in there, but like they were not meant, like they focused so hard on trying to capture the Wii Sports audience, and it was like those guys don't care about these games, and like that's why I think like we had that like the end of this like we had some great games at the end of this generation, but like especially at the first, like I mean it really took until like 2016 before like the PS4 Xbox One generation got good. One, because Xbox was trying to do sports plus sports, but also because everybody thought, a lot of the third-party companies like talked about how they thought like this generation was, console gaming was dying because PC gaming was getting bigger and bigger. Obviously, it's still huge to this day, but also they thought that the console gamers were too casual, and they only wanted casual games. So like, no, we want great games, and obviously that's proven to be the point. But
right,
I mean, I think there's a good 4 or 5 year stretch there. Well, yeah, we had some great games, but man, there were like with that early generation of PS4, Xbox One, where it was just remasters because they're filling in gaps because like, oh wait, people actually want to play games on consoles.
Now that I think about it, yeah, the rise of PC gaming around this time was in direct response because up until that point and stuff, PC ports of like say console games were not up to the quality that they could have been back then.
I mean, look, we got Orange Box and Left 4 Dead and shit on the consoles. That's how bad. Like Valve wouldn't do that today because.
Well, no, of course not.
PC
because
it'd be a downgrade.
Console gaming and PC gaming are like near that, almost indistinguishable in some aspects, give or take what type of specs or what type of build you have for your PC or whatsoever. But still, console stuff is kind of a bit behind in terms of like the whole aspect of some graphical fidelity stuff that say main high-end PCs have.
Yeah.
But at the same point, a lot of the content is almost point for point with PCs.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, now we're at the point PlayStation's putting PC games, putting their games on PC.
Yeah, exactly. So, we wouldn't have thought about that 10 years ago. We didn't even think about, okay, Microsoft and Sony are going to put their games on PC. Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. All right. I think we're getting towards the end of this one, Gables.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You've enjoyed the show. It's been 25 incredible years of creativity and fun, and Ubisoft is just getting started. Tomorrow, I'll see your butts at the Ubisoft booth.
Dude,
have a great E3, everybody.
You know what?
Thank you. Ubisoft loves you.
That was not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm not going to lie to you, Gables.
Yeah, you know what? There were three major things about that conference. Far Cry 3's reveal, Rayman Origins, and Assassin's Creed Revelations to close out. I thought that was excellent in regards to those 3 games, but everything else was trash.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was like the connection. Like there was definitely some low points, but like it's actually like this conference was actually. I mean, like he was annoying, like Mr. Caffeine, but it was not like. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you were there live, it would be more annoying. But like, I mean. The diddle thing was obviously annoying, but like as a whole, like this conference was actually you had Far Cry 3, Rayman Origins, you had you ended with Assassin's Creed, like this was actually a decent conference. Like I don't know, maybe like I never like watched just one at a time. I remember always just hearing people like he was just like every podcast I listened to gaming wise in this era was like just talking so much shit about him, and I mean he was not great, but he was not like I think maybe like definitely you go in there with that like you think he's gonna be awful, and he's definitely very annoying, but this was like I said, this was not as bad as I would have thought.
You want to know what's hilarious? After that video played and stuff like that, what started to autoplay for me was the PlayStation press conference from 2006.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going to have to watch that. I feel like maybe like be kind of fun. Like maybe we like not. I don't know. I don't want to sit there and say we do this like every week, but like maybe like after this, maybe in June we do this a little bit, and like maybe every year we do this in May and June, or maybe like once a month or every couple weeks. Maybe we just go back and watch an old E3.
I'd be a
conference.
fan of doing that because
Yeah.
it gives you a good retrospect of how gaming was back when we first started doing the podcast here, and then how much has changed 10, sometimes even 15 years later.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think this kind of could be cool, like little like supplemental thing we just do like put out midweek maybe. So I don't know. I'm coming forward looking forward to it. This actually was not bad. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I thought like this was gonna be like my worst fear was gonna be extremely boring, and there was definitely some low wins. But I mean I think that's every conference ever has had some low wins. But it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I mean definitely you have the hindsight of like I think maybe like watching this live at the time and not knowing like Far Cry 3, like Far Cry was not Far Cry at that point. Like we talked about, like you mentioned, like Far Cry 2 was a 7 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
At that point,
it was not a good place, that franchise.
Yeah. Yeah. And like the Connect shit, I don't think there's definitely people that were interested, but it was not like wowing anybody. So yeah, I'm kind of, I mean, yeah, like I said, we got the, you know, we have hindsight in this. We're like, man, like 2 like games that changed gaming forever were at this thing.
Yep.
You know, and then Rayman Origins, which was actually a really good game, came out of this. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to, you can't say this was a failure of a conference.
Oh, no.
And there was definitely some worse Ubisoft conferences after this.
Yes, there were.
So, as annoying as, I mean, like I liked Aisha Tyler. I liked her as a host, but I feel like the issues with the Ubisoft press conferences was definitely the people running the conference, not the host. So maybe Mr. Caffeine wasn't the problem. At the time, definitely it was awful, but as you watch a lot of these years later, he was definitely, maybe he was probably just doing what the script said. Maybe after like the 4th diddle-loop thing and nobody laughed, maybe you should have cut it at that point and just not done it. Because I don't feel like the 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th time got any funnier. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, pretty fun actually, pretty good. Anything else you want to say, Gables, before we get out of here?
Oh no, I think we're done with this.
All right. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Check back. I think do you want to do another one next week, buddy?
Sure.
All right,
game
cool.
with that one.
Well, maybe we'll do like a short one again, and then maybe we'll do like a longer one, like an hour long one, as well. I'm enjoying these. They're pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's just like going back and watching these older ones. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. But yeah, if you're watching this, please like, follow, subscribe. On there, click the thumbs up button, click the like button. And share with your friends, tell your friends about this. And look in the show notes, you'll find a link tree. Click on that. That will give you, that'll show you the links to wherever we're available at for podcasts, YouTube, which you're already watching on, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, all that fun jazz. Go there, like that, like, follow, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you think. Let me know if there's anything that I could fix as far as like still trying to work some shit out. We're trying to work out like volume control, stuff like that. But let me know what you think, and we'll we'll go from there. But I was your host. I was Tyler. Thank you.
And I have been Colonel Gables. Bye.
Bye, guys.